Thailand is one of the most exciting countries in the world to visit, but for first timers, it can be one of the most overwhelming. You've got megacities, tropical islands, hidden scams, cultural rules, and so much happening at once. And so much that the first few days can actually feel like a lot. But that's also what makes Thailand so special. And once you understand how it works, it can become one of the most rewarding and unforgettable places that you'll travel to. But here's the thing, Thailand isn't just one trip. Bangkok, Phuket, Chiang Mai all feel completely different. And the better you understand that before you arrive, the better your trip will be. So in this video, I'll be giving you the ultimate first timer's guide to Thailand, everything that you need to know. From airports, visas, transport, what to pack, where to stay, what to eat, scams to avoid, the cultural rules, and how long you actually need here. And make sure you stay until the end of the video because I'll be sharing the #1 mistake first time visitors make when they're coming to Thailand for the first time. And avoiding this can completely change your trip. All right, let's start from the beginning. So one of the things to understand about Thailand is that you might not be flying into just one airport system. So if you're arriving into Bangkok, there are actually two major airports. The first one is right here. It's called Suvarnabhumi Airport, which is known as BKK. And this is the main international airport here in Bangkok, and most long-haul flights will actually land here. And this is where most first-timers land. It's modern, it's huge, and it's very well connected into the city. And then there's Don Muang Airport, which is the second international airport known as DMK. Mainly you'll find low-budget airlines here and just regional flights. Airlines like AirAsia will use Don Muang Airport, and a lot of these domestic flights flying around Thailand will end up going to Don Muang for that. But the important thing to know is that these two airports are not close to each other at all. So if you're booking separate flights, let's say you land into one airport and then fly from another, check your flights very, very carefully. When people arrive to Bangkok, they assume that these two airports are close, and that means they miss flights because of this all the time. So don't be one of those people. If you're flying into Phuket, it's a lot simpler. Phuket only has one main airport, and it's an international one. It's called HKT, which is Phuket International Airport. And here you'll find lots of international flights arriving, and also domestic flights arrive to Phuket International Airport, making Phuket Airport one of the main international and main hubs in the south of Thailand for flying. So before you even get on the plane, make sure you know which airport you're arriving at and which airport you're leaving from. Okay, so when you arrive to Thailand, entry is pretty straightforward, but there are a few things that first-timers absolutely need to know. So first, Thailand uses the TDAC system, which is a Thailand Digital Arrival Card. Now this has replaced the old paper form arrival card, which they used to have years ago, so now everything is done online. You can do this before you travel, and make sure you do complete it because immigration will check, and it only takes around 5 to 10 minutes to complete online. And with this, make sure you don't fall for any scams. It's free to do, and you can do it via the official government website. And if there's a website asking for payment for you to complete your TDAC, just know that that is a scam. And another important thing is that you have to make sure that your passport has at least 6 months validity, otherwise you won't be let into the country. Okay, so this part is really important. A lot of first timers here focus on flights, hotels, and activities, and they completely forget to check how long they're legally allowed to stay in Thailand. And if you overstay in Thailand, the fine is 500 baht per day, which is around $15 per day. Okay, so while that may not sound too bad at first, overstaying can quickly become a bigger issue than people expect. Even a short overstay can cause problems when you leave Thailand, and a longer overstay, well, that can get you into some serious trouble. And the easiest thing to do is when you arrive, put your exit date straight in your calendar, and that way you know exactly when you're leaving. And for first timers, understanding the entry rules is one of the most important elements of your trip, because it only takes a few minutes to check, but getting it wrong can ruin your entire experience. Okay, you've landed in Thailand, congrats. One of the first things you need to get sorted out when you arrive is getting connected. So you can buy a physical SIM card at the airport, which is still a common option. It's convenient, staff will help you, but it's more expensive. That said, an eSIM for most travelers now is probably the easiest route to go down. You can set it up before your trip, activate it when you land, and then there's no queues when you arrive into an airport in a new country. There's no messing around, no physical SIM cards, and I do recommend using YesSIM. I've actually used them on my last couple of trips. Simple to use, and you can use my code SAM15 if you want 15% off. So for transport in Thailand, especially Bangkok and other major cities, Grab is essential. It's used for taxis, private cars, bikes, and also food delivery too. Bolt is another good option, and sometimes it can be cheaper than Grab too. And InDrive is worth having too, because sometimes you can negotiate better deals with the drivers. For maps, I recommend using Google Maps. It works pretty well across the whole of Thailand. And for air quality, especially in places like Bangkok or Chiang Mai where it's a smoky season, I recommend getting the app called Air Visual. And if you want to order things to the place where you're staying, apps like Lazada and Shopee are massive here in Thailand. Now let's talk money. Thailand is a mix of cash, cards and QR payments. Hotels, malls, bigger restaurants and many chain stores usually accept card pretty easily. But then street food stalls, markets and more local shops, it's much easier to pay with cash or with QR payment. ATM machines are everywhere, but usually with foreign cards you'll get charged a fee of around 250 baht, depending on the bank, so it's usually smarter to take out larger amounts at one time instead of small amounts over a long period. But you'll also see a lot of currency exchange booths everywhere in touristy areas. These can be useful, but the rates can vary, so do compare before actually changing your money. Airport exchange booths are convenient, so once you land in Suvarnabhumi Airport, go down to the basement floor. You can use one of these exchange booths, or you can just go into the city and do it there. The best rates are usually from super rich, O-rich, and happy rich. As for what to pack, keep it practical. Thailand is hot and humid, so casual, lightweight clothes work the best. We're talking breathable t-shirts, shorts, comfy walking shoes, sunscreen, sunglasses, mosquito repellent, and of course a power bank. But also pack at least one outfit that covers your shoulders and your knees in case you visit a temple. Okay, getting from the airport to your hotel in Thailand is usually easier than it looks, but knowing your options ahead of time makes a huge difference. If you arrive to Suvarnabhumi Airport in Bangkok, one of the best and easiest options is the Airport Rail Link. It's cheap, it's fast, it's air conditioned, and you avoid the Bangkok traffic completely. And if your hotel is near the BTS, which is a SkyTrain, or the MRT, which is the underground network, this is often the easiest way to get into the city, which can cost just 35 baht, which is around $1 to get into the middle of the city. And taxis are a common option, especially if you're traveling with a family or you just have a lot of luggage. And if you take a taxi, please make sure you ask them to use the meter. But do know that getting from the airport to the hotel, they might have other charges. For example, if you have a lot of luggage, they might charge 20 baht extra for a piece of luggage. Or if you're using the tollway, that might be 50 baht or even 100 baht, depending on how many tollways that you take. And apps like Grab and Bolt work really well from the airport. And in places like Phuket, you'll be using normal taxis, apps like Grab, Bolt, InDrive, or even minibuses or private transfers. Obviously, it depends on where you're staying. The main rule for airport transport in Thailand is simple. Know your route. If you're using an ordinary taxi, make sure they do use the meter, or you can just use apps like Grab or Bolt just for sheer convenience. Okay, transport in Thailand depends a lot on where you are. In Bangkok, the easiest way to get around is the BTS SkyTrain and the MRT Underground. It's fast, it's cheap, they have AC, and you can avoid that horrendous Bangkok traffic. If you didn't know, Bangkok has some of the worst traffic in the world. Taxis are everywhere, but if they refuse the meter, just walk away and find another one, or like I mentioned before, use the apps like Grab or Bolt. And motorbike taxis can be useful for short distances, especially if the traffic is bad. But they're not for everyone. If you have luggage or you're just not comfortable hopping on the back of a motorbike, then just skip it. Tuk-tuks are iconic and fun to try once or a couple of times, but they can be overpriced compared to normal taxis. Think of them as more of an experience rather than a practical way to get around the city. And boats and ferries are actually one of the most underrated ways to get around Thailand. Especially in Bangkok, river ferries and canal boats, they're scenic, cheap and fast. You'll also see buses, which are widely used by locals and very cheap, but they can be confusing for first timers, especially if you're unfamiliar with the routes. And in some parts of Thailand, especially outside of Bangkok, you may come across songtails. I think I pronounced that right.
Songtail.
These are basically shared pickup trucks with benches in the back. You'll find them in places like Chiang Mai, Pattaya and some islands. It's great because it's cheap and it's local. For longer distances between cities, Thailand has, of course, domestic flights. But on top of that, you've also got trains, buses, vans and ferries, depending where you're going to. And the big lesson is this: Thailand has lots and lots of different transport options, but the key questions to ask yourself are, what's the distance and what city am I in? Okay, hear me out. You don't need to speak fluent Thai to travel in Thailand. But learning a few basic words goes a long way because Thai people really appreciate the effort. A few useful ones. Sawadee krap if you're a male, sawadee ka if you're a female. That means hello. Tao rai means how much. Aroi means delicious. My pet means not spicy. And Hong Nam means toilet. That is just a few examples. Even just learning a few interactions such as hello and thank you makes interactions in Thailand much smoother and way more respectful. And like I mentioned, if you're a man, you can politely end the sentence with krap or kap. And if you're a woman, it's ka. And if you want to be really cute and polite, you can say nakap or naka. You do not need perfect pronunciation, just making the effort is enough. Thailand is very welcoming, but like any major tourist destination in the world, there are scams that will always catch out first-timers. And like I mentioned, you now need to complete the TDAC online before arriving to Thailand. And watch out for those fake websites pretending to offer this service. The TDAC is free. If they're asking for money, do not fall for it. So one of the most common scams in Thailand is the taxi scam. This is where the driver refuses to turn on the meter, gives a ridiculous price, and if this happens, just get out and move on. Another classic one is someone telling you that this major tourist attraction is closed for the day, and they're usually trying to redirect you to somewhere else, usually a gem store or a tailor shop, or just a random tour. If someone on the street tells you that the Grand Palace is closed for the day, there's a very good chance that they're lying. There's also jet ski scams and damage scams that can also happen in beach areas like Phuket or Koh Samui. If you rent anything expensive, a bike, a jet ski, a car, make sure you take pictures and videos first. And in nightlife areas, always keep your eye on the bill before ordering more drinks. Thailand is not a country where you need to be paranoid, but a little bit of common sense goes a long way. If something feels off, rushed, or pushy, trust your instincts. So a lot of first-timers spend ages planning islands, hotels, and activities, but they forget one of the most important things, which is health insurance. Thailand has some incredible private hospitals in the major cities, and also medical care here can be very good. But if something happens unexpected, costs can add up very quickly. So travel insurance or proper health insurance is absolutely worth having. It doesn't have to be confusing. I personally use Pacific Prime and it just makes things really easy. You might have, for example, a million options and no idea what works for you, but with Pacific Prime, it's clear and it's simple. And you can find the right plan for your health and your budget in just minutes. That's why more than 1.5 million expats already use them. If you're going to get, for example, the DTV visa or one of the retirement visas in Thailand, I highly recommend that you get health insurance. And like I mentioned, I use Pacific Prime myself. You don't have to worry about the what ifs. If you ever need help, they've got a team right here in Bangkok and also offices all over the world. If you're ready to see how much it'll cost for you to scan this QR code on screen or click the link down below. Essentially, it's insurance that fits your life, not the other way around. Thailand is hot all year round, but the weather changes depending on the season and also what province you're in. In general, the cooler dry season roughly runs from November until February. And this is the most popular time to visit. Temperatures are a bit more comfortable and humidity is lower. It's the easiest time to sightsee, do island trips and move around Thailand. And then you got the hot season, which runs from March until May. And this is when temperatures can get pretty intense. For example, in Bangkok, the heat can really start to drain you. So hydrating, finding shade, and air conditioning become your best friends. And then there's the rainy season, which usually runs from May until October. And this doesn't mean constant all-day rain. Usually it's short, intense bursts of rain. And then maybe after an hour or two, the weather's back to normal again. And the pros of the rainy season is that there's fewer tourists and lower prices. But one important thing to understand about Thailand's weather is that it varies from region to region. The Gulf Islands and the Andaman side don't always follow the exact same rain patterns. So always check your specific area before you visit them. One of the best ways to experience Thailand is during festival season. Songkran is the most famous one. It's Thai New Year and essentially it's the biggest water fight in the world. It takes place in mid-April and cities like Bangkok, Chiang Mai and Pattaya get absolutely wild. It's incredibly fun and do prepare to get absolutely soaking wet. And then there's Loi Krathong, which I think is the most beautiful festival in Thailand. This is where people put decorated floating baskets into rivers and waterways. You can also put candles on there and it's absolutely beautiful to watch. And Chiang Mai and Sukhothai are some of the most beautiful places to watch this because they get the lanterns and put it into the sky. And when you look up at the sky and see thousands of lanterns, it's so beautiful. The next festival is Pithakorn, also known as the Ghost Festival, and this is one of the most unique ones in Thailand. Just think masks, parades, and costumes. Everyone's dressed up as a ghost, and this happens in the north of Thailand in a province called Loei. And in Phuket, the Vegetarian Festival is really famous. This has intense rituals and deep cultural significance, but maybe not for everybody. And for music lovers, Wonderfruit has become one of Thailand's best known music festivals. This blends music, art, wellness, and food, and it's located in Pattaya. And then there's Boom Bang Phai, which is known as the Rocket Festival. This is a bit more unusual, but more traditional, and they have homemade rockets, and it's super fun to watch. And if you time your trip right, festivals can completely transform your Thailand experience. Where you stay in Thailand completely depends on what kind of trip that you want, because Thailand has many different sides to it. If you want big city energy, convenience, shopping malls, rooftop bars, nightlife, street food, and easy transport, then Bangkok is the obvious starting point. It's fast-paced, exciting, and gives you that full-on Thailand experience right away. And Bangkok is one of the easiest places to start your trip because of the great connections. 2 airports, lots of hotels, and plenty to do in terms of culture, food, nightlife, and activities. If you want mountains, temples, cafes, markets, and a slower pace, then Chiang Mai is your go-to spot. This is in the north of Thailand and feels way more relaxed compared to Bangkok, but it still has quite a lot going on, and it's great for food and has that old town charm. And if you want something similar but more laid back and scenic, Chiang Rai, also in the north of Thailand, is another great option. It's quieter than Chiang Mai and also feels less busy, but also has incredibly beautiful scenery. You've got incredibly unique temples like the White Temple and a much slower pace of life overall. It's a good choice if you want northern Thailand without that city buzz. Okay, if you want something different like beaches, resorts, islands, and that classic tropical feeling to Thailand, then places like Phuket, Samui, Krabi, and Koh Tao are usually the places where first-timers go. Krabi is popular for beaches, island tours, and limestone cliffs. Koh Samui is a good option if you want island life with plenty of comfort. That's because it's got a lot of resorts and restaurants. While Koh Tao is known by many for its incredible diving spots. And if you want a mix of beach town and city convenience, go to places like Pattaya or Hua Hin. Pattaya is quite easy to reach from Bangkok because it's around 2 hours by drive, whereas Hua Hin is about 3 to 3.5 hours by car. Pattaya has beaches, nightlife, shopping, and a big entertainment district. Whereas Hua Hin feels a bit more relaxed, family friendly, with a bit more of a chill vibe. If you want nature, fresh air, and a break from the city, Kanchanaburi and Khao Yai are worth mentioning. Kanchanaburi is famous for its waterfalls and stunning scenery, and Khao Yai has a national park, wildlife, and more of a countryside feel to it. If you want something quieter and less mainstream, Loei in the north of Thailand is definitely a go-to spot. Just picture incredible mountains, a slower local feel, and in the right season, it can actually be cooler there too. Chiang Kan in Loei is popular for the riverside views and the walking street. This has a real calm, amazing vibe to it. And that's really the point. Thailand is not just Bangkok and the islands. There are loads of smaller destinations and quieter provinces that offer a complete different experience. And sometimes those places might end up being the highlight of your whole trip. Bangkok is one of the best shopping cities in Asia because it has everything. Luxury malls, local markets, budget fashion, souvenirs, electronics, and random things you didn't even know you needed. And if you like luxury shopping and modern malls, you've got places like Siam Paragon, Central World, Icon Siam, M Quartier, and M Sphere. And if you want more bargain style, chaotic, more classic Bangkok shopping experience, MBK is still a fun one to explore along with Platinum Mall too. And then there's Chatuchak Market, one of the most famous markets in the world and a must visit if you're in Bangkok on the weekend. And Bangkok also has second-hand markets and also places to do thrift shopping. For example, you've got Lucky Home Samrong and Pativakorn Market for this. Thailand is one of the best food destinations in the world, and in my opinion, it's the best. You've got street food, local restaurants, night markets, shopping mall food courts, and high-end restaurants. And honestly, great food exists at every level in this country. And some of the most famous dishes you need to try when you come in here include somtam, pad thai, mango sticky rice, tom yum goong, pad krapao, khao man gai, boat noodles, and proper Thai curries like green curry or massaman curry. And night markets are one of the easiest ways to try lots of different things in one place. And they are great for first-time visitors who want to try a variety of Thai food. But also, be realistic with spice. Thai food can be a lot more spicier than you expect. Don't pretend you can handle Thai spicy on day one, unless you actually can. Thailand has many bucket list moments, which is why many people fall in love with this country. And one of the best things about traveling here is how different each part of the country feels. And for first-time visitors, the main three places that shape your trip are Bangkok, Chiang Mai, and Phuket. In Bangkok, bucket list experiences include the Grand Palace, seeing Wat Arun by the river, exploring Chinatown at night, taking a long-tail boat through the canals of Bangkok, and shopping in huge mega malls like Icon Siam or Terminal 21. Also Chatuchak Weekend Market, because arguably it's the best market in the whole of Thailand, or heading up to a rooftop bar like Labua or Octave, or somewhere like the Mahanakhon Skywalk where you can get those panoramic, stunning views of the city. Bangkok gives you a full mix of temples, street food, luxury, and chaos all in one place. In Chiang Mai, some of the big bucket list experiences are visiting the old town temples. They are absolutely magnificent. You can also visit Doi Satep in the mountains or visit the local markets. And also trying northern Thai food, because that will just blow your mind. Chiang Mai feels slower and more cultural, so it's a great contrast to Bangkok. And in Phuket, bucket list moments are of course about beaches and island life. You have to take a boat trip to the nearby islands. We're talking Phi Phi Islands, Maya Bay, Similan Island. You get to enjoy the sunset on the waves, you can go island hopping, snorkeling, you can find hidden caves, and these boat trips are the best ways to do all of that. Thailand is overall a very safe country for travelers, but cultural respect goes a very long way here. First, always show respect to the Thai monarchy. That's not something to joke about casually. If you do that publicly, you can get yourself into some deep trouble. And if you visit temples, dress appropriately, meaning cover your knees, cover your shoulders. Don't be too noisy, take off your shoes when required, and just respecting the rules. Do not point at people or things with your feet. And also, don't touch a Thai person's head, because the head is seen as the most highest and respectful part of the body. An important one in Thailand, don't touch monks. And women should never touch a monk or hand things directly to them. Okay, listen, when you're crossing roads in Thailand, be very careful. Traffic does not always stop even when there's a road crossing, so you have to be really vigilant about this. And also know that smoking is banned in a lot of public places such as beaches and parks. And littering, including dropping your cigarette butts, can lead to fines. And also know that vaping is actually illegal here in Thailand. And there are a few health basics every first timer should remember too. Don't drink tap water, always drink mineral water. And Thailand's heat can seriously drain you, especially if you're doing full sightseeing days. Maybe you have a night out, you go to party in Thailand. Don't forget, Thailand is very hot, so the next day, not only are you hungover, you could be feeling a bit sick, a bit dizzy and lightheaded too, so be careful about this and stay hydrated. Mosquitoes are part of life here, so make sure you do have a repellent and do use it. And the thing is about Thailand is that there's always a pharmacy or a clinic very nearby. They're super easy to find, especially in tourist areas. And Thailand is very convenient overall when it comes to basic healthcare access. The biggest rule here is simple: be respectful, be calm, and don't treat Thailand like a playground. So how long is enough in Thailand? Well, this depends on how much you want to see, but this is what I'll say for first timers. 1 week is enough to do a quick intro, maybe Bangkok plus one beach destination. 10 days to 2 weeks is much better for a first trip. That gives you time to combine Bangkok, an island, and then maybe somewhere in the north, such as Chiang Mai. And then if you're staying here for 3 weeks or more, this is where Thailand really opens up. You can move more slowly, experience different regions really properly, and avoid feeling like you're in constant transit. Thailand is not a country you need to rush. In fact, the more you slow down, the better it actually gets. So I would recommend having at least 2.5 weeks here minimum. And finally, the number one mistake first-time visitors make when they come into Thailand is trying to see too much too fast. You see, Thailand looks very easy on the map, but distances, heat, ferries, and transfers all add to that travel fatigue very quickly. A lot of people try to cram in Bangkok, Phuket, Chiang Mai, Krabi, Koh Samui, and 2 island trips all in a 10-day trip. And they end up spending half of the trip in taxis, boats, airports, and vans. And the better approach is to do fewer places properly. Pick a route that makes sense, stay longer in each destination. Give yourself time to actually enjoy where you are instead of just constantly moving on to the next place. That one decision can make your Thailand trip feel 10 times better. If this guide helped you, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to see more Thailand videos, click one of these videos on screen. Safe travels in Thailand, and I'll see you in the next one.